Hey, so Donald Trump is a felon. Donald Trump is a criminal. Donald Trump may not vote for himself. Donald Trump may not own a gun. Donald Trump has transformed himself by his own actions into a person who the normal Trump voter would loathe and despise. Trump voters are always about, oh, the criminals must be punished. They must be put in jail. They must be treated as if they were subhuman animals because they're desperately trying to destroy our country. Guess what? Donald Trump's criminal. Rule of law held. The institutions held. This wasn't masterminded by Joe Biden. It's not the deep state. They were just a jury of Donald Trump's peers in New York looked at the evidence of the crimes he committed and found him guilty. Now, look, I know that a lot of people were worried this case wasn't going to go this way. I didn't know how it was going to end up. No one did. You know, that's what a jury's like. And Donald Trump will come out of this and he'll make every lie in the book. And unfortunately, a lot of folks in the media will not correct the immediate scale of the lies. They will not correct and say, oh, Donald Trump, when he says that this is Joe Biden in the White House doing this, is lying. He is lying because he does that for a living. A lot of people will say it doesn't matter, that nobody cares about this. I think there is a shift happening now. There are now people who have to look at Donald Trump and say, he's a felon. He's a criminal. He can't vote. He can't own a gun. This guy just lost his rights in a trial that was held in a courtroom where the evidence on both sides was presented. Donald Trump chose not to call certain witnesses that he could have called to defend himself, and he chose not to testify. He chose not to use the advice of counsel defense. He chose all those things, just as he chose to commit the crimes that led him to being a felon. A felon. Donald Trump's a felon. Again, he can't vote. He can't own a gun. His rights have been restricted not because of Joe Biden, not because of the deep state, not because of the DOJ, but because of one man, and that's Donald Trump. Now, look, he's going to go off and raise $1 jillion tonight online. He's going to go tell people he's a political prisoner, that he's suffering because he's their Nelson Mandela, their Mother Teresa. Folks, let him. He's going to burn it all in a giant wave of more legal bonfires to his own vanity. This is a bad day for Trump. It's a good day for America. And it's a good day because of two things. I want to go back to this just to wrap this up. The rule of law held. Donald Trump did not intimidate this jury or this judge into breaking. He did not intimidate them with his minions, with his media people, with his threats, with his, running up to the line over and over and over again on the gag order that was imposed on him so he would not try to corrupt the trial. The judge was very smart not to put Trump in jail for the many violations of it. But what the jury saw was something I think America will see. They saw a thug, a bully, a criminal, a felon, and a guy who was engaged in the loathsome and disreputable practice of trying to shut down stories about a porn star in order to protect his 2016 campaign. This is not the end for Donald Trump. It's only it may be the end of the beginning in this case, but this case was decided by a jury of his peers, and Donald Trump is a criminal, and he's a felon, and he can't vote, and he can't own a gun, and he will never not be that. He will be that for the rest of his life.